Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a Believe Team call all about the beauty and the skin products that Young Living has. We are excited to be here this evening and tell you some of our favorites. We aren't going to be able to cover everything that Young Living has in the beauty and skin line. We would be here all night long, but you're going to hear some of our favorites, some of our DIY tips, all about inside out beauty. I love that Young Living is not just essential oils, but they have given me incredible options for my skin. And I know, like the rest of these ladies, it's important to us that we're not putting a lot of chemicals on our skin. The average woman is putting 300 to 500 chemicals on her face and her skin, her body a day. No wonder there are so many endocrine issues and asthma and immune system and hormone issues that are out there. There's a direct correlation between our health and what we're putting on our body. So we're thrilled to offer options that are clean and safe and natural and actually work and look good. So anyway, we are going to jump right in with my friend Lisa, and she's going to tell us why Young Living. And I might have just stolen some of your thunder. Sorry about that. Unmute yourself.
Okay. Yes, you did, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Well, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about why I chose Young Living when I joined back in 2017, which is about 3 years ago. And the reason I chose Young Living out of all the companies that are out there, there are so many to choose from, but I did a ton of research, and everything that I read, everything that I watched, the videos, everything just kind of led me back to Young Living as being the top company that was out there. So I learned a lot about their practices, and what really truly drew me to Young Living was their seed to seal guarantee, meaning that everything that they provide is 100% pure, that there's nothing added to it. There's no chemicals, no pesticides, any of that. And Young Living owns and operates all of their own farms and oversees their farms. So I wanted the very highest quality that I could get that was safe and natural, and that's what I was looking for. And so I found that with Young Living. And then I also, once I started using the products, the more that I used them and I learned about the integrity of the company, and then the more convinced I was that there's just no other company out there that compares with Young Living. Young Living is also an international company, and they have farms all over the world. They've been in business for 26 years, which says a lot about the stability of the company. And then I've been to the farm, one of the farms in Utah, and was actually able to put a plant in the ground. I've seen their process and all how everything is safe and natural and no chemicals used, and went through the facility, and it's just amazing what they do. So tonight we're talking about skincare, and I want to know that I can trust the company that I am where I'm purchasing my products, that I'm putting on my face and on my skin. And so, as Shannon said, women put over 300 chemicals on their face every day when they're buying their products from the stores. That can be endocrine disruptors. They're highly carcinogenic, and they've been found in tumors. So for me, why Young Living is purity, and then trusting the company where I buy my products from.
I was cheering you on. Awesome. Yes. And amen. Love it. Thank you for sharing your story. Suzanne, will you tell us about the basic kit option if someone's wanting to get started?
I sure will. The basics kit is an amazing offer. If nothing more than for this little bottle of Stress Away. Now, I'm not going to open this bottle because it goes in a kit, but I will show you. We get the Stress Away, and this is awesome for grandbabies. I'll just say if you drop some on the top of their head, it just brings them down a little bit. But also in the kit comes the filament, and this is a little roller that goes on top. And I'm going to show you with one that I have open. So you see this here, and you just put that on top and crank the lid down, and you have Stress Away that you can roll on whenever, wherever. The kit, by this alone in the kit is worth it. But we have more product. We have 2 packages of Ningxia Red. These are awesome antioxidant drink. There's 2 ounces in each packet. You can throw it in the refrigerator. You can put it in the freezer if you remember to take it out. It makes a good slushy. But I like just anyway. I can drink them warm. And they're real good when you're going on a trip. Say like I just got back from Florida, and you just throw those in your suitcase and you have your Ningxia Red every day. And with grandbabies, you need it. We also have 10 packets. Now this is the Thieves toothpaste, but this is similar to what it looks like. 10 sachets of the hand sanitizer. And I want to tell you why this hand sanitizer is so important. The FDA does allow us to say that it's hand sanitizer because it kills 99.9% of all germs on contact. And the CDC says one of the best ways for us to prevent illness, of course, is to keep our hands clean, to wash their hands. But there's also aloe in the Thieves hand sanitizer, so you don't have that cracking, drying of your hands, and germs get in that way too. So keep washing your hands, using your hand sanitizer, and we'll be in good shape. There's also Thieves mints, but this is a really good kit. Let's say you want to try out maybe the Bloom products, and you can start with this basic starter kit, and then you can add this on. You can add on supplements if you want to. So you can just add whatever you need to this kit so that you can be healthier.
Love it. Thank you, Suzanne. Yes, so the products that we talked about tonight, if you're already a member, you're going to be able to get them at the 24% discount. But if you want to join Young Living and this is the route that you want to start with, you just need to get the basic kit for $35, and then you have access to that wholesale discount as well. Very cool. And plus you get all the other goodies that come with the basic kit. I'm going to talk to you for a second about the concept of inside out beauty. And this is one of the things I love about Young Living is how they teach us not to just be consumers of product, but to truly care about our wellness from the inside out. And when it comes to our skin, it doesn't just start with what we're putting on our skin. It starts with the inside of us. And as a nurse, I did not know that until I joined Young Living and learned from all these people around me that were telling me and teaching me how to actually take care of myself. So a couple of years ago, my son, who's prone to eczema, developed this awful rash on the back of his knee. It was an eczema type rash. We went to dermatologists. They told us horrendous things like put him in a bath with Clorox bleach. Why would I ever do that to my little baby's skin? Didn't do that. But we tried all kinds of topical things literally for over a year to make this rash go away. And I tried oils, I tried steroid creams, I tried all kinds of lotions, and nothing actually took this rash away. And honestly, as someone who's had skin issues since I was born, I can tell you that the topical stuff for treating our skin only treats us topically. We have to truly, our skin is an indication of the inside of our body and what our health is, and we have to go internal. So after a year and a half of playing with topical ways to get rid of his awful, miserable rash on the back of his knee, I finally decided to treat the inside of him. I made some dietary changes, just avoiding sugar and some inflammatory causing foods. I had him drinking Ningxia Red that Suzanne mentioned comes in the basic starter kit. This is like nutrition on steroids. I had him doing probiotics. These are the kids' probiotics. There's also Life 9 for us adults. Healing the gut is going to be your #1 key if you want beautiful skin. So probiotics was something that he did. Enzymes, so we did sulfurzyme, and you can listen to our class about supplements to learn more about why sulfurzyme is so important. We drank a bunch of water. And I also incidentally used an oil called Trauma Life because I had a sneaking suspicion that the rash emerged around a time when he had experienced some trauma in his life. So year and a half of treating topically, nothing happened. 30 days after all we did, I did nothing topically. All I did was treat him internally. The rash was gone and has never returned. That experience taught me so much and really made me passionate about caring for my inside health if I want my skin to glow and thrive and be beautiful. So before we start talking about all these products that you can put on your skin that are really going to be amazing and awesome and they're going to help, I want you to catch the vision for internal health and realize that we have products that can help with that as well. Okay, let's talk about cleansers for a minute. I am not a outside skin makeup person expert, but I'll tell you what I use and what I love using for cleansers. So these are two that I'm going to mention. This is the Mira cleansing oil. I really love this stuff. So I put it on when I get in the shower. The key with this, it's going to be really weird. The key is don't get your hands or face wet. Okay, put this on dry. So I do a couple pumps, and as soon as I get in the shower in the morning, I have no water on my hands or my face yet. I rub it all over my face and then rinse it, and you will just feel, I don't know, it just feels so clean, and it has kept the dirt and debris. I think it gets all the stuff out of your pores, and it just cleanses your face really, really well. So I do this every other day, and on the opposite days, I use the Bloom products, which have recently come out with the newest convention release this summer, and this is the Bloom Brightening Cleanser. The Bloom system, there's a brightening essence, so this is shimmery, and the brightening cleanser. These all help with making your skin look smooth and even-toned and glowing. And I think it works. So this is the cleanser that I am using every other day along with the Mira cleanser on my face. There are other options if you have acne-prone skin or teenager skin or whatever. We've got all the options for you, but those are some of my favorites. Suzanne, tell us one of our favorite oils to use on our face after you unmute yourself.
All right. It's frankincense. Frankincense is good for so many things. This one is good just to put a drop in your hand and in your moisturizer and rub it on your face. Frankincense, of course, was a holy anointing oil from the days of the scripture. This was an oil that was brought to baby Jesus on his birth, and it smells so good. It has so many uses. I mean, whatever you need, grab the frankincense. I make an immunity roller out of this one. We get the industrial size, the 15 milliliter. But I make an immunity roller of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Last night I was working on a heel spur that my son had. I didn't know what to grab because everything was downstairs. Little people were upstairs. I grabbed the frankincense and peppermint and worked that into that heel spur, and he said, "It feels like it's gone, Mom." And I said, "Well, I don't know about that, but it's much, much better." But we really like frankincense for anything. It's just an amazing oil. And on the strength of it, when I went to bed, I had hit the pillow and I knew nothing till 6:20 this morning. So it's good for everything, whatever ails you. Danny says headaches too.
I agree. So frankincense is something I put, on my skin every day after I put my moisturizer on. Frankincense is next, and it can really help with the appearance of youthful skin. And then it just smells so good to have on you all day. Okay, I'm going back to Lisa, and she's gonna tell us one of our favorite skin DIYs. Unmute yourself.
Okay, so this product right here is called, I just call it Face Cleanser Moisturizer. And this is a DIY that my daughter Chelsea came up with. She found a recipe for it somewhere. You can do multiple things with it. I put the beloved frankincense in there. So the original recipe for this calls for 4-ounce, well, that's the jar, 4-ounce jar, 3 tablespoons of almond oil, 2 tablespoons of witch hazel, 8 drops of frankincense essential oil, 3 tablespoons of purified water, and then you've got your 25 cotton rounds. And I have since, we were making these for our classes for people to do DIY to kind of keep the cost down. That's about $7 in cost to make 25 of these. And I have members who kind of split these in half, so they get about 50 out of them. So they can be cost effective. But I use these now I put 10 drops of frankincense, and I have since added myrrh to mine. So I put 10 drops of frankincense and 10 drops of myrrh. And you just mix all that up, and then you put your pads down in the jar, and then you pour some of the liquid that you've mixed up down on top of your pads, about 3 pads at a time. And then I just use them. I use them morning, night, sometimes during the day. And I've gotten into, I don't know if y'all can see or not, some kind of something on my face, poison ivy or something. And I've got this big blotchy red place under my eye. And I've been using these pads just like 3 or 4 times a day, and then putting lavender on top of that. So these are amazing. It's really all I use. I've not used the Myrrh. I need to try that though, but I love these. I mean, they kind of take my makeup off at night, and when I get up in the morning, I use them to just kind of wipe my face because it just feels so good. And after I get out of the shower and everything. So they're really simple to make. And I don't know if we can put the recipe somewhere, I guess, but I gave all the ingredients. So, but you just have to mix it all up and put it in a 4-ounce jar and just use it. It's great stuff. And you can add other oils. You can add lavender or any other skin oil that you want also. So that's my favorite DIY.
It's a good one. Lisa made that for me one time as a gift. Whoa, this is a nice gift. So those pads are so luxurious, and they work really, really well on your skin. So thank you for sharing that with us, Lisa. Love it. Okay, we're going to Dr. Teresa, and she's going to talk to us some about the Savvy Makeup line and a few other fun skincare products.
Hello. The one main thing that I really actually want to start out with is Young Living honestly is like a one-stop shop. They have chemical-free makeup, which I'm going to talk a little bit in depth about. They've also got household cleaner. I get all of my nutrition there. That's all infused with essential oils, and also vitality oils, which you can also cook with. So that's why I love Young Living. I can go to Young Living and I can get everything all in one spot instead of having to go to 3 or 4 different spots to get what I need. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was the Savvy Minerals makeup, which is the Young Living line. The main thing, and kind of like Lisa said, there's no parabens, there's no sulfates, there's no phthalates, there's no harmful chemicals that have been known to cause cancer, and there's no skin irritants whatsoever in those products, which I absolutely love. So they're 100% pure, organic, and you can trust that you're putting it on your face. It is exactly what it says it's supposed to be. But I'm going to go through what I actually use. The very first product that I use is mattifying primer. And what it does is it reduces the shine and it absorbs excess oil. That I think for me, the main thing that it does is we sometimes get a little pits or a few wrinkles or whatever, just a few when you age. But anyway, I feel like when I put it on, before I put my foundation and my concealer on, I just feel like it fills all of that up so that when I put my other makeup on, it doesn't cake in those pores and you can't see it, and it gives you a lot smoother finish because it creates a matte finish. So I always start with this before I put anything else on. Then what I do is, and they just came out with this in June, they've actually came out with a concealer now, which I waited on that. I'm like, yes, because we all get those dark circles under our eyes. But it it's also, the main thing about this is it also is hydrating. So it's not going to dry out your skin when you're using it. And a little bit goes a long way, like a couple little dabs will do you, as they say, because it does go a long, long way. And like I said, 100% pure. The next thing that I use is the Savvy Minerals. Now I use the powder. This past June, they actually came out with a liquid foundation, which I personally have not used yet. I know that I've heard some really great stories of people really, really loving the product. I just know as I'm aging, it seems like the powder works a little bit better for me. So, and I think the liquid foundation has 13 shades. I'm not sure how many shades the powder. I'm assuming probably about the same, but it goes on well. It gives full coverage and it lasts a long, long time. And sometimes, like if you want to do a refresh or whatever, just take your brush, you know, because it's got leftover powder, and just brush some on you, and that'll kind of liven you up during the day if you feel a need to. But that's another thing that I want to talk about is they also have their line of brushes. This is the Kabuki brush, which it feels like heaven when you put on your face. It's so soft and it blends really, really well. I don't use blush, but I'm sure if people, you know, would use blush, that it kind of blends it in and gives you a more natural look, which is what you're going for when you're wearing makeup. You don't want to look like, well, never mind. You just want to look all natural, and that's what most people are going for now. The other two products that I use from Savvy Minerals is the mascara. Now there's two different kinds. There's the lengthening mascara, which it has lavender in it, and it builds up your eyelashes, so you don't need those false eyelashes anymore. You can actually go all natural and have longer looking eyelashes with a lengthening mascara. Now with a volumizing mascara, it has cedarwood. Let's see, I believe it has rosemary. Rosemary and cedarwood both in it, and those are known to help your lashes grow, which I'm going to give you a do-it-yourself eyelash serum. But usually what I do is, like, I may sometimes put the lengthening volume and then do the volumizer after it, or vice versa, or some days I'll just put the lengthening on if I want a little, not a thick look, like if I'm going to work during the day or whatever. But, you know, on the weekends you might use both of them, volumizing and lengthening. Now, there's also, like I said, there's a lash serum that you can do, which will help your lashes grow. And what it is it's castor oil, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's the organic kind. It's from, we order it from Amazon. And then there's also an eyelash bottle that you can buy, also from Amazon, which has a tip on it. But what it is you put 4 drops each of these oils, which is 4 drops of cedarwood, 4 drops of rosemary, and then 4 drops of lavender. And then you just put that in the bottle, and then you could fill it halfway or 3/4 full with the castor oil. And then at night, after you wash your face with the mirror, of course, after you wash your face, put it on. Now, the only tip that I do have, because I ran into this, is just make sure you take the brush and kind of get the extra oil off and let it go down. Because when you brush it on your eye, if there's a little bit too much oil, it'll drip and it'll either get in your eye or be running down your cheek. Just make sure you get the extra off of it. And make sure you take before and after pictures, because you will be amazed at how well this works and gives you the eyelashes that you've always been wanting. The other thing that I want to talk about, and I love this stuff, it's called Stellite Magic Massage Oil. And it's just what it says, you know, it's for cellulite. But what it does is it nourishes and tones the skin, and it gives it a more smooth appearance. But it's got vitamin E, vegetable oils, and it's also got grapefruit oil, which that helps with the skin texture, while the juniper essential oil that it has in it helps to cleanse and massage the areas so you have a smoother appearance. Now, I religiously use this on my arms, especially this part in here. As we all know, we age and it gets a little bit flappier, and we have bat wings or whatever you want to call them, that I feel like as soon as I put it on and I rub it in, it feels like it disappears. Now, whether it's in my head or not, I don't know. All I know is I look down there and I'm like, hey, where'd those pockets go? Which is amazing. That I've continued to use it on my arms, also on my thighs, that those, especially when I wear my shorts, I make sure that I rub it on. And the really good thing is it's a massage oil. So if you have any kind of dryness or anything, it will definitely help with the dry skin. And we all know what winter's coming, so it will absolutely help with the dry skin during the winter months. But like I said, Young Living is a one-stop shop for me. I absolutely love it. I recommend it, highly recommend it. Like Lisa did, I did a lot of research. That's what I do before I put my name behind any product that I bring out to people. So as you all can see, we all four absolutely love Young Living, and I highly recommend it.
Amazing. It's really pretty phenomenal when you start learning about all the different products Young Living has that work for any need that you have. And that Cellulite Magic massage oil is pretty phenomenal. So thank you, Teresa. I love Savvy as well. Good job. So I got ahead of myself earlier talking about Bloom and forgot that we have a special guest on video. Lynette Outler is going to give us a little bit more of a tutorial about the new Bloom products. So I'm going to share my screen and you're going to get to hear from Lynette.
This summer, Young Living introduced a new skincare collection that's called the Bloom Brightening Skin Collection. And just like all of our Young Living products, it is just full of natural and clean ingredients. If you're familiar with the Heirloom product that Young Living already had, that complex is in this collection. We have the cleanser, and then the brightening essence and the moisturizer. And I was really excited to see this and to get it and to try it, and I've really, really liked it. The cleansing cream, if you can see it, is in this little tube like this. And it has the plumera flower extract in it, which is very cleansing and very hydrating. You can, if you can see that, just take, had a little bit there. And it's just really nice and creamy. And very, very, very cleansing. It helps to hydrate your skin. It helps with those appearances of that uneven skin tone. And, if your skin's kind of lost a little bit of that natural radiance, it helps to support brighter skin and glowing skin. And it just has a really, really nice creamy feel to it. The one that I am really most excited about in this collection is the Bloom Brightening Essence. If you can see, it's kind of a liquid. Give you a little taste of this. This is kind of a best friend for any dull skin. It has a little bit of a gel, but pretty liquidy. You can see that. And you put just a few drops in your hand, usually in my palm, and just kind of dab it onto my face. And it just, it moisturizes your skin. It has a pH balance that helps to, formula that helps reduce those appearances of pores. It's just very refreshing, leaves your skin radiant. And I really, really like this in the morning. And when I put it on just a little bit and just kind of dab it on, it dries immediately, but it just kind of brightens and refreshes. And, in this time when a lot of times we're having to wear masks, I feel like I'm doing something really good for my skin, even though it's going to get covered up with the mask, but something that is nurturing and moisturizing. And I just love the feel of it. It just kind of perks me up in the morning when I put that on. And then we've got the moisturizer, and also, I'm sorry, I grabbed the wrong thing. I was going to say that's not the right tube. This is in this little bottle, and it takes very little, and really of all of this, it takes just a very tiny little bit. But I take just a little, I use more than this in the morning for my whole face, but it doesn't take much at all. And it's a very creamy texture to it. Like I said, it has some of the Shearloom brightening complex in it. It has all natural ingredients. It brightens your skin. It boosts that natural radiance and that glow. It's very lightweight. It's not a heavy feel to it. It hydrates and just does a major moisturizing because it uses the Philly pulp oil, which comes from the Philippines. And it has antioxidants in it. And if you know the value of antioxidants, that help to minimize the appearance of any future damage that may happen to our skin. And of course, all three of these, as all of our Young Living products, has that wonderful seed to seal quality. And I just know I'm doing the very, very best for my skin, and it feels great. And I'm so glad to have gotten this product.
Okay, so glad that Lynette was able to share with us more about the bloom. So those are the skin products that we want to tell you about this evening. Now you're going to want them, and then you're going to want to keep ordering them, and you probably have a wish list after tonight of all of the things that you want. And you are going to want to enroll in what's called Essential Rewards. It's our loyalty rewards program with Young Living. It's completely optional, so you don't have to. But a lot of people do. In fact, all of us do, because we realize it's the smartest way to shop with Young Living. And here's the cool thing. I'm not going through the aisles at Walmart or Kroger anymore getting all of my personal care products. I have now transferred the spending I was doing there, and I now get all that I need skincare, personal care wise, from Young Living. And I have the confidence that it's good for me and good for my family, which that's number one in my world. It lasts a long time. So the price tag, you might be like, oh, that's a lot, but it's going to last you probably longer than what you were used to using, because you don't have to use as much. And with Essential Rewards loyalty, with the loyalty program, you're going to be getting rewards points back with every purchase. Starts out with 10% of your order you get back in loyalty rewards, and then 20%. And now most of us are probably getting 25% back on our order. So if I spend, let's just say for easy math, $100 with Young Living 1 month, then I'm going to get 25 rewards points. That's like $25 cash to spend on Young Living. There's also special kits that you can get on Essential Rewards, and they send you gifts periodically just for being on Essential Rewards. It really does pay. It's the smart way to shop. Most people say, I wish I would have known about it and hopped on Essential Rewards earlier, because it just makes so much sense. So that's why we're telling you about it this evening. You're going to want to hop on. You can cancel it at any time, but it's a great option if you're interested in shopping on a budget and being serious about your wellness goals. Okay, also with your membership, you are going to get a referral link that you can share with other people. Again, this is optional. That's the best part about Young Living. There's no requirements. We want this to be your journey that you are happy about. In fact, 90% of people who get their oils or their supplements or these personal care products are just happy product users. Most of us didn't plan on doing this as a business, but we saw results right away. And what you do when you see results is you tell friends. Well, when you see your results, you tell your friends. You have a referral link built into your account that you can share with others. And each person who uses your referral link to get a starter kit, you will get $50 commission for that. And then there's a lot of other opportunity for commissions and bonuses if that's something that you're interested in. For us, the business has completely changed our life, and it brought me home from my job as a part-time registered nurse. That was huge and unexpected. But maybe you just want to earn enough to cover your oils each month or your products each month. That's doable as well. We just know that you're going to love the products. You're going to want to share them with those that you care about. And so we want you to know from the get-go, you've got a referral link if that's something that you're interested in. Finally, the other benefit that comes from your membership is the community. As I mentioned before, I've learned so much about health and wellness because of this community. I've gained friendships with people that I never would have interacted with before, were it not for this Young Living journey. Our Believe team is a thriving team of regular, real people who just love health and love other people. And we want to invite you to join our team as well. We have Facebook groups and text groups and messenger threads and opportunities to learn just like this. And we would love to walk alongside you and help you with your journey as well. That's it for this evening. Thank you for joining us, and we cannot wait to see your before and after pictures with all of your lovely skincare products that you're trying. Thanks for spending some time with us.